Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us. Our first guest tonight is one that you perhaps know very well, and perhaps his approach in criticism of the government at the center when he feels things are not going well. He's a vocal voice of the the opposition PDP. But a lot has happened in the polity, from security to economy. But the role and voices of the federating units are critical in the collective development of the federation. So tonight, we have the governor of Rivers State, Wike. He joins us from Port Harcourt, the state capital. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, Governor Wike, for coming tonight on the program. And perhaps, let me begin the conversation tonight from one of the hottest stories in the country. And it's about the decision of the federal government today after the Federal Executive Council. The Federal Executive Council approved $1.5 billion for the rehabilitation of the Port Harcourt Refinery, which is meant to commence immediately. Let me get your view on that decision.
So, thank you very much. I don't know what you want me to say, whether you want me to say because that the Federal Government Council approved the rehabilitation of the Port Harcourt Refinery for the award sum of $1.5 billion, and therefore I should be jumping and screaming, "Oh, the federal government loves Rivers State," as if the refinery belongs to the people of the state. They have said so. Let us watch and see. Like you said, that it is going to start immediately. We have had a lot of promises, we have had a lot of talks, and nothing has materialized. So I don't want to, because they have said they have approved. Approval is not released. Approval is not that the money has been released for the rehabilitation. It takes a lot of process. So let us see what they have said, whether really they won't talk about the problems of use of funds because of this reason or that reason. So I'm not going to jubilate because the federal government said they have released and they have approved $1.5 billion for the rehabilitation of Port Harcourt Refinery. Thank God they said so, but let us wait and see the outcome of it at the end of the day.
If this come to pass, because from what we heard today is that project is to commence immediately. What does this mean for your people, the people of Rivers State? Should this refinery come on stream? It's one of the four that the federal government has that is moribund or is not working. But should this start working, what does this mean for your people?
Now, you should ask yourself a question. You should ask yourself a question. You even talk about that. Why is the oil being produced? And the refinery where oil is being produced is not working. I mean, does that show that things are going on well? Certainly not. But assuming it's going to work well, of course we'll be happy about that. It will improve the economy of the state. I have no doubt about that. But it's not something to say hallelujah. It's a place that's producing oil where the refinery is, and it has not been working. For how many years now? So I pray, like the Minister of Petroleum, State Petroleum said, that it's going to start immediately. Let us believe that this is one of those they have said, and they will commence immediately. So, but don't just jump to think that because they have said so, therefore, that's what is going to happen.
Does it make you happy? Because if you look at it, you served as a minister under the PDP government, but these refineries were not working. For several years, they have not worked. But if this is to work, how does it make you feel?
If it is going to work, I have told you here that first of all, it will include a lot of economic activities. There will be a lot of employment for the people of the state. And so you'll be happy. But I'm saying that we have had these promises, and nothing has happened. So I don't want to begin to sing hallelujah. I said, let us wait and see, based on the approval and the statement made by the Minister of State Petroleum, who hold him accountable to it. You know, even before the government came into being, they have promised a lot of things. And later, if they come up to say, well, because of these challenges and that challenges. And we're going into 2023. So many promises will be made. So many approvals will be made. So don't just sing hallelujah that yes, we're not getting to El Dorado. No, just wait and see what they have said. Whether it will come
I'm also
or not.
Yeah, I'm also asking you because in the PDP government, these refineries never worked.
The refinery never worked, as you said, and you said Nigerians, if you give us the opportunity to remove this government that told you it will work, we're going to make it work. And since 2015, it has not worked. Now we are going to the next transition. You're not coming to tell Nigerians that you have made this approval. The same thing that happened, you're going to clean up. It has always come up when we are going for election. And it has never happened. So I'm saying that, yes, if PDP told you, or PDP was in government, and it never worked, and you came and told Nigerians, we're going to make it work. Since 2015 till now, has it worked? Why would it be, as you're going to the next transition now, that you think it will work?
Let me get your view on this issue. I mean, you've spoken very much about the situation in the South region of the country, the issue of the PIB, the formula, the derivation fund, and some of the issues that have generated. In fact, you were pretty much upset on that issue when some leaders of the Niger Delta were challenging the governors that they should show evidence of those funds they've received in the past. Why does this upset you, Governor Wike?
I never said that I'm upset. No, I never said so. But I said, if you were a governor and you said that the governors now should show account of the 13% derivation they've gotten. Now the issue falls back to you. While you were a governor and you had the 13% derivation, even when the exchange rate was 120 to $1, and now we have almost about 500 to $1. And I say, I beat my chest to say, even you, Shem, will confess that your station was in River State for 2 weeks, live coverage of projects that have been done. I challenge any governor from 2007 in the South, 2007 to 2015, to challenge the government of River State that while I was governor in my state, I did this. You are not able to equal what we did or what I did. Tell me where, from 2007 to 2015, who could come up to say that I did 8 flyovers? Tell me one. And for me, that is not the issue. The issue is that you have given a responsibility. And you must carry out responsibilities. You cannot take your own failures to adapt to the politics. We know this is 2021. By next year is 2022. And you're talking about election 2023. In fact, by the middle of this year, political activities will start. So a lot of people are trying to do things in order for people not to know their deficiencies. So I have said, I'm not saying that you cannot. It is not for you to call for me to account for it. You don't have that authority. Rivers people should ask me. Cross River person cannot ask me. Bayelsa person cannot ask me. Edo person cannot ask me. Akwa Ibom person cannot ask me. It is Rivers people that will ask me. Tell me what you have done with the 13% derivation. And then I'll be able to tell every Rivers person from one local government to the 22 local government, see what I have done. If you want to say about your state, I have no business with that. I have no duty to go and call Akwa Ibom governor. No Rivers man has a duty or responsibility to say, Akwa Ibom governor, tell me what you have done. No Edo man has a duty or responsibility to say, Cross River, tell me what you've done with your money. It is Edo people that will ask Edo governor. It is Akwa Ibom people that will ask Akwa Ibom governor. It is Cross River people that asked Cross River governor. It is Delta people that asked Delta governor. It is Rivers people that asked me, Rivers governor, what have you done with our money? We are 23 local governments. Show me what you have done. I can count from the 3 central districts. We have 3 central districts. We are Rivers East. We are Rivers Southeast. We are Rivers West. From Rivers West, I can tell you in Anthony. I can tell you in Akukutora. I can tell you in Boni. I can tell you in Ahuda East. I can tell you in Ahuda West. I can tell you in Abuotua. I can tell you in Oba, Ebom, and Ndoni. If you go to Rivers Southeast, I can tell you in Anthony, in Opopo local government, Opopo Nkoro local government, in Tai, in Gokena, in Elebe, in Oyibo, in Kana. I can tell you what I've done. In the Rivers East, I can tell you Port Harcourt, Obiabo, Eche, Omuma, Ikwere, Emowa. I can tell you all those local governments what I've done. So let the people ask me, Mr. Governor, what have you done with the 13% in this local government area? Okubono and Okrika. So it is not for somebody from Edo, from Delta, from Akwa Ibom, from Cross River that will have the temerity to ask me what I have done in River State. No, because he never voted for me. He never voted. It is the people in the state here that voted for me. So I owe them. I'm accountable to them. Not because you are a senator. You may be a senator from the Niger Delta of other states. Niger Delta is not also this other state. You have Ondo, you have Abia, you have Imo State. How can a senator, for example, in Imo State, or a minister from Imo State, ask a Rivers man or a Rivers governor, what have you done with the money in your state? The person must be blind. You know, the person must be blind. I'm confident I can beat my chest any day to say, this is what we have done. I'm not commissioning projects, like because some people are commissioning projects now, because Rivers State government has commissioned for 2 weeks. Some people can take 500 meters to commission now in order to meet up, but you can't meet up. The gap is too much.
Your Excellency, the person in question is someone from the Niger Delta, but some people in River State who are your critics will say, can you say same of the development project that you are talking about in the interior, in the downtrodden area, those who are living in the interiors of River State? How much have those of your project impacted them?
Now, so part of the problems we have is you, the media. You work with channels television. You see not commission road projects in the interior. Are you telling me you don't know the impact of constructing roads in the interior? Why would you want anybody, a critic, to say that doing road in a local government does not have any impact, and yet a in the food basket of the state? If you don't do road in a how does the products, the agricultural products, come into the city? Now, Anthony or Popo, in their life, have never seen road. They have never seen road in their life. The king charger, the Amanawa of Opopo Kingdom, said, he gave me the key to Opopo City. He said, you are the first governor who has made us to drive by road to the kingdom, to the sanctuary. And you're asking me to tell people the impact of road to Opopo. You will also ask me to say, what is the impact of doing road to Andoni, where you have Ngo, the capital, Ikuru town? Should I say so? You yourself should ask. People go by road, by water, through the sea, to their various local governments. Now they are not going through the sea. They are going by road. And you're asking me, what is the impact? So that's why we say there are things you cannot say because critics say.
No, Governor Wike, I'm asking you because they are your people. No, just
no. You people are part of the problems of this country. You are part of the problems of this country.
I beg to disagree on that. I mean, the question I'm asking you is for those who think that you have not done enough for them in the interior, and I'm asking you, what have you done for them?
Listen. We have 22 local governments. What is enough? Who defines what is enough? Assume I'm a governor for 10 years. For example, I'm a governor for 20 years. You're the president for 30 years. Who defines what is enough for the people there? I can speak to you in Omuma local government. I have done 17-kilometer roads of all the communities. You have a critic from there. He will tell you, is that enough? You go to Eche. You have done a road from Igruta to Chokocho. You've done a road from Chokocho to Osusu. You've done a road from Chokocho to Ibuoche to Rumokosi. A critic will come. Is that enough? You go to Ahuda. You've done a road where the former deputy speaker of House of Reps, Jubilate is from. That road was awarded when he was deputy speaker. I came. Platform Garden Harbour commissioned the road.
Governor Wike, apologies to cut in. We need to go on a short break. Sorry, apologies. We need to cut in now, take a break, and when we come back, we talk more about the developments in Rivers State, and of course, we'll get to hear your views on some national issues. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back. Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us. We've been speaking with the governor of Rivers State, Governor Nyesom Wike. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for your time tonight. Let's get back to the conversation and some of the developments that is happening in your state, within the Niger Delta. You heard the declaration by Asari Dokubo declaring the Biafra customary state. Hegia has said that is a theater of the absurd. This is happening around your territory. What is your view, or what are you doing about such a thing?
Declaring that he's not the chairman of the Biafra Republic. You see, the problem we have in Nigeria, we try to give publicity for nothing, for things that do not matter. You know the antecedents of Asari Dokubo. Nigerians know that. And then each time, when people like Asari Dokubo come out to make statements, we try to publicize it. And I said, no, I will not say anything. Because sometimes he works for the federal government. Sometimes when they disagree, he attacks the federal government, we call him. I will not. There am one person that Asari Dokubo has always abused. And I have never responded because I know his modus operandi. He has accused us, particularly me and my ethnic group, that were Igbos, and that we have no oil well. Now, if we respond to that, we give him publicity. If he says he's not the chairman of the EA Biafra, okay, let us see how it goes. Let me see the people he has. And with all due respect, there are issues I should not discuss to make people to be relevant. I won't do it. And I said to knows that even what you ask me now, if I have told you I won't answer that question, as a journalist, you may get upset that, oh, why did I not answer? But with respect, let us focus on Nigerian challenges. Let us not focus on trivialities, people who want attention. I will not do that. I will not.
I'm asking that question because any students of history know what such kind of a proclamation or statement could mean. But it leads me also into the issue of the national security. You are one who have said in the past that you're just merely a chief logistic officer, emphasizing the need that there needs to be an unbundling of the manner in which policing is done in the country. You've said recently also that in 6 years that there's been change of police commissioner about 15 times in your state. With what we are seeing and the new security commanders that we have in the country, are you confident that there might be some changes in the coming days?
Well, before I answer that question, let me also tell you what is Dr. Madam. As I said, it's not an evil person, which I have said. He said it's an job. Now, what did he now become? The leader of the Biafra, which is the Igbo symbol. So when did he become that? He said he had a job. He just not Igbo. How did he now come to lead the Igbos? That is that. Now, you talk about issues. I've always said so. And so whether we like it or not, you know, the problem we have in this country, when you say what the authorities do not want to hear, they mark you as an enemy. And most of my colleagues, you know, I agree. Even when you have a father that's up to 200 or 120 years, he does not want to die. I agree with that. No man wants to die. But again, if we realize that one day he must die, so there's no need to be afraid. I have consistently told the government of today, in as much as you politicize the issue of security, you cannot get it right. Until we take the issue of security serious, not by coming on television to say we gave 200 bandits, which nobody saw. We gave 200 Boko Haram, which nobody saw. You can't achieve it right. I came into office in 2015. I inherited a lot of problems, kidnapping and courtesy. And I continue to say so. And God who created man knows that, at least I have always said this. The federal government never supported me to fight kidnapping and courtesy. Rather, they politicize it. How did they politicize it? They said that I was one responsible in kidnapping APC members. I was one responsible in encouraging courtesy in order to kill APC members. And I went to all the authorities and I told them, give me support to fight this. I challenge anybody from the police to the army, to the Air Force, to the Navy, to the Civil Defense, to the State Security Service, whether the federal government one day came to my aid to fight. Most of the governors in the north, most of the governors, particularly the APC governors, came up to say that it was politics that was going on in River State. And I said, well, if we have descended so low, when we can see crime, we cannot differentiate crime from politics, that the country is headed to a doom. And I said, and I told my people, we have no other choice. Let us surrender ourselves to God. And we did. We surrender ourselves to God and prayed. And I told God, if you are God, save the state. If you are God, may they witness what we witnessed that time or what we have witnessed in that time. And God heard our prayers. God heard us prayers. And that's why you see today insecurity all over the country. And I now ask them, what is going on? When I was crying, when I was shouting, where were you? He said, it was politics. How will you now say it is not politics here, Odedi?
Governor
Wike. Security in Kaduna.
Yeah.
No, hold on. And let Nigerians hear me. You ask me a question. And let Nigerians to get the benefit to hear from me. Because I may not have this opportunity again. Look at this security everywhere now. In Kaduna, everywhere. Kidnapping. Look at what is going on. Today, they kidnap 100 students. In the next 48 hours, they are released. In the next 24 hours, 200 are kidnapped. In the next 10 hours, they are released. What are we talking about in this country? What is going on? Who is deceiving who? Who is deceiving who? This is a country where you are seeing that in Zamfara today, they've kidnapped 300, for example. In Katsina tomorrow, they kidnapped 400. In the 48 hours, they have been released. Then in another 24 hours, there's a kidnap. Now, what are you telling Nigerians? That the security architecture is right? Now, politicians choose which commissioner of police will come to their state. You call me a governor of a state. You call me a chief security officer. Then a politician in my state will choose who will be the GOC, who will be the director of SSS, who will be the commissioner of police. What will be the achievement of that? Is that to fight insecurity in my state? Or to cause crisis in my state? So my state will look as if it is secure? And we're playing games. And whether you like it or not, until the federal government comes out seriously that they want to fight insecurity in this country, for all of us to sit down, for governors to tell themselves the truth, and not to play according to party affiliation. Let us not embarrass Mr. President. Let us not embarrass our party. Then we can't get it right. We're talking about lives and property. We're not talking about the winning election. We took oath. We took oath of allegiance that we have to protect life and property. Are we doing that? I would say that, look, I'm handicapped. I'm handicapped. The police belong to federal government. The army belongs to the federal government. What do I do? The federal government wants to sabotage me, not to succeed in my state.
All right, Governor Wike, we are totally out of time, but I must sincerely thank you, Excellency, Governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers State, for talking to us tonight. Thank you indeed for your time.
Thank you very much.